Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following King Daemon of the Mountain, River, and Vale. And in that last episode, we had glorious success against perhaps our greatest enemy and the greatest enemy of House Arryn, and that is House Weatherwax, the kings of the Southern Vale, although their realm is now split in two after our victory in taking Hearthome away from them. So we have our ally here. He is also our cousin, Lord Creon Corbray. And the war we fought was to essentially take away the right of the Southern Vale to rule over Hearthome. And so I've actually gone and adjusted. You'll remember at the end of that episode, there was some wonkiness with the way the war ended up, which is just, the way the mechanics of the game work. But we went and fixed that up ourselves. So Creon here is now back in charge of Hearthome, which is obviously House Corbray's ancestral seat. And we got a giant scar here, which was kind of part of our intention when we went to that war. And so I've actually given out that title here to Barian Blandish. He hasn't really made much waves in the story. We haven't had too many events of him, but he has been our steward for a very long time, since episode 2 or 3 or something like that. And he has served us very well. So we've made him the Lord of Giant Scar because I think that that is quite fitting that we would reward such an able council member. So that's what we did there. And yeah, at this point, I'm not really sure exactly what we're going to do from here. I'm going to kind of play things by ear for a little bit in this episode. We might run a tournament, but I kind of just want to let time run, kind of see what happens, see if any interesting events pop up, and we'll kind of go from there. We do have a few things. We could hold court. So, to the charming King Daemon of the Mountain, River, and Vale, I call on you to honor our alliance and join me in the strong song claim on the lordship of Coldwater Burn. Strong song and Runestone going up against each other? Oh, they are both our allies. King Jen and the Red Moon. Oh, that's cool. Oh boy, on decline, we lose 750 fame. I'm not sure what to do in this situation. This is a tough decision. King Jandon is our friend. Runestone hasn't really been that, but we've got Lord Byron. He is married to, his son. No, who is this? His brother is married to one of our daughters. But Strong Song, that alliance has gone on for a while. That's our brother married to his sister, I believe. Oh man, I don't know. It's a defensive war. You'd think we would join in on the side of our allies. But on the other hand, I don't see us going to war against either of these. I feel like we would probably be playing peacemaker here rather than joining in either of them in war. King Jandon is not a sodomite though. Maybe he's not going to be our friend for much longer. I don't personally care, but I imagine that King Daemon might not look too kindly upon that. It does change my opinion slightly. He's our friend, but sometimes your friendships, it's been a while since we made those ties, and perhaps by now that friendship is fading, and then he goes to war with our ally, an offensive war. We're not one to talk. This is quite a tough decision. I'm sure that there are definitely going to be people on both sides saying we should help Runestone, we should stay out of it, or we should help Strong Song. don't know. I just don't know. I feel like we can't go to war with either of them. I think we still need to back off. Even if our, relations with King Jandon are fading, he has been a very strong ally for us, for a long time. Can we really pit the forces of the Mountain River and Vale against Strongsong when they fought alongside each other so many times? In Roostone, our alliance with them has been not very strong necessarily, but man, yeah, I'm struggling with this decision here. What would King Damon do? He's compassionate. I don't know if that factors in here. His zealous nature might kind of put him off against King Jandon, who is clearly, not a very pious individual, not a very good individual either. And we probably realized that over these years, even though he is honest. Bronze King Chael is just gregarious content. I mean, he's an adulterer as well, though. Neither of these are good, man. Look, he's got a lover as well. I don't think either of these are good men. Bronze King Chael is in the right here, I think, but I don't think that they should be calling on us to fight in this. I feel like we should be looking for a diplomatic solution. I know the game doesn't really allow for that, but I think that's what King Damon would be trying to do. So we are going to decline. I'm going to take this hit. Not a big fan of that. But I just don't think that Damon would be sending troops into Strongsong to fight against the allies that have fought alongside us for so long. And, I don't think that, we probably are on the side of Runestone, but I don't think we're going to be on their side militarily. I think we're going to be sending missives to King Jandon, trying to ask him to, end this war. He probably won't listen, but I just don't see us joining in this fight. I that's a tough one. Like I said, I'm sure that there's people on both sides. I feel like if I was going to go the other way, I would have obviously signed and joined the Bronze King, but I just don't. And he's sending us a gift. What is he trying to send? I don't think we're going to accept this gift. I'm not sure what he's sending. It doesn't actually say. Oh, or maybe no, you can't scroll down. I don't think we're going to accept this gift. This feels like a bribe. And, I think that we are going to decline. I think we're going to say we cannot accept this gift under the shadow cast by this war you are waging against Runestone. And look, we've waged wars as well, but our war against the Southern Vale was obviously just, he's waging a war for the claim on Coldwater Burn. Like, is that true justice? I don't think so, King Jandon. Maybe he does have a good claim though. So I think it's murky. I think the right thing to do is murky here. And because we got an alliance with both, I think that we need to stay out of it. Oh, and Mazart has an affair as well, it appears. This crime cannot go unpunished. These accusations are not but malice and lies, are they though? I think that we have to imprison this woman so that she shall be questioned. Jane was fathered by none other than him. Who would have known? I think that we're going to imprison that that woman. We're going to go over here. We're not imprisoning Lord Paramount Mazart. I know that's a little bit of, the unjust nature of this society, that this, lowly woman would get imprisoned, but not the Lord for fornication. But that's how it is. We're not going to, do anything too terrible here or to her, though. We're probably just, I'd love to make her take the vows. We must recruit the character first. Recruit her and make her take the vows. You know what? That's what we're going to do. I feel like this is a just thing to do. So that's going to be our option there as punishment for that. So she accepts and she becomes one of the septas, the faith of the seven. So yeah. One I will point out, somebody pointed this out in the last episode. The Starks actually inherited the neck from House Reed. So I've actually gone and made this cadet branch. So the Marsh King died, and he was in a matrilineal marriage, apparently, with a Stark woman. So the Starks inherited Scaly, of course, because like all of all the people from House Reed have been scaly these days. But Marsh King Eben. So I've made the House Stark of the Marshes. If you've got a better name, feel free to drop it in the comments. I think that's actually a pretty cool name. And so I've given them the Stark House banner with the Reed colors. I think that looks pretty cool. So yeah, interesting turn of events. And I did also see that the Dreadfort conquered Carhold. And so the Dreadfort's actually gotten a bit more powerful as well. So they're doing well for themselves. Maybe they didn't conquer them. Maybe it was an alliance. Maybe they vassalized them because they do have an alliance. So yeah, it might have been a vassalization here. Red Queen Barba, the Black Butcher of the Dreadfort. Yeah, making some moves. Also, I'd like to just give due credit to the Banefort for doing some nice expansion here in the Westerlands. And then I also noticed that the Kingdom of Brightwater has broken down, as well as splitting up over here. And then the Reach is actually declaring a war and winning against the Iron Islands to claim back some of the Reach. So the King of the Reach, King Alakeen, could actually make a big play here if he defeats King Arthur the Kraken Lord and takes back the Reach from the Iron Islands. We'll see if he's able to pull it off, but some interesting moves getting played off over there. So seems our twin children have come of age, Jason and Jane. So here we have a Jason Arryn. He has failed at his education, but so be it. And our daughter has actually done pretty well. She's quite learned, and she will be married to well, you know what? And Jason has been made a knight. You know what? Probably the reason why we let Mazart go without punishment is because he wasn't married yet. He is to marry our daughter, but they weren't married yet. If he would have cheated on our daughter, that wouldn't have gone well. But considering they weren't married, I think that is okay, but quit your dalliances now, Lord Paramount Mazar, because we will not accept anyone betraying our daughter in such a way. So yeah, we'll see how this war plays out. Valessa is she's a good spy master. And she's 35, but she doesn't look her age. But yeah, she's been doing a good job. What? Well, maybe we did need to join up with the Runestone here. After everything we have done together, I still cannot believe King Janin would do the things he has done. It is a betrayal of every friendly gesture we have shared. Indeed, a betrayal of our very friendship. We once shared bread, but now he has made an enemy for life. He has become our rival. Okay, I don't know what that was that caused that, but I think how I see this, playing out was that we kind of sent demands to Strong Song. We said, put down your arms, end this war. he refused, and not only refused, but he refused in the worst way possible. Now we are rivals. So I'm going to offer to join. Oh, we can't join the war? We've been called to this war? Ah, that's lame. That's kind of dumb. I feel like it, we might have been able to decline, but we should be able to join in afterwards anyways. Can we, what would this be? Breaking the alliance? Well, I mean, we probably should can we break the alliance? We can't. We still technically have this alliance with them, so we can't go to war. I wish this would have happened before we got called in. It's kind of lame. I might just go and see if I can finagle my way around this. So give me a moment. I'm going to save it, and I'm just going to see if we can join Runestone with a little bit of console commands. All right, so I have gone and figured out how to get myself involved in this war. It took some shenanigans, but we got it done, and I think that this makes fit. It's fitting considering the events, and I did kind of forget to really forget about this, but King Jael is also somebody we would consider a friend as well. But when two of your friends are going to war with each other, like, what do you do in that situation? But now with King Jandin, as our rival, having betrayed us, having betrayed the faith essentially, and doing this offensive war, and avoiding all attempts at us to broker peace, I think that now we can safely say that it is truly the just thing to do. We tried to be diplomatic, but diplomacy does not work on every situation, and now we must go to war. So we're going to raise up our armies, and we are going to go to war with our former friend, King Jandin. In some ways, this isn't, like, mechanically, this isn't bad, because we might be able to go and act against Strongsong now and continue our conquests of the Vale. But, and he is getting the Targaryens to join him. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to go and assist our allies here and send in our armies. Let's see how our armies match up against the forces of Strongsong. It's gonna be interesting. Can we defeat them? We've fought alongside each other many times. Who do we have leading the army? It's, of course, Sir Parman Duloc, the Great Knight, will be leading our army once more. Oh, and our allies are coming in. Ah, look at that. The enemy runs. Oh, they're going to be split here. We're going to be able to take them. Oh, probably. We're going to be at least able to engage and assist our ally here, hopefully before the battle ends. Coming in just at the end of it to help clean up with the very last, like, few soldiers, but it is what it is. All right, well, we're going to send our army in. Should we just we could probably take this attrition. We're gonna send our army in to go and deal with them there. Let's see, was there anything interesting in that battle? We can take a look, because no, nothing interesting there. What do we have here? Squire offer, sure. That's somebody wanting to have our sons make their son a squire. I think we're going to go with Never Back Down here. We have been quite warlike recently, so I'm going to continue down the martial tree. I don't see really too much reason. We have been trying to be diplomatic, but doesn't always work out, like we have just seen in this case. So Strongsong is not going to be doing... I don't think they're going to be able to pull this off. They don't have the allies. So, we are going to hopefully be able to crush them. Our brother having a little bit of stressful anger, but it calms us to know that even a brother that we, care deeply about struggles as well. Gifting an artifact, favor of a lady. All right, Lord Miles of Nightsong, we will accept. I suppose. Why not? Let me just sell it. No, we won't. We wouldn't. That wouldn't be compassionate, would it? In any case, let's get this army moving. Do we have any siege people? Somebody pointed out that I was missing the trait that was like speeding people's up, and oh, here it is. No, not reckless. Whichever one it was, I was missing it, and I'm probably still missing it anyways, but we don't have any siege people. Is it logistician? That it doesn't say that it makes you faster, so oh, it's the army organizer here. That's what makes you faster. Yeah, I never pay attention to that one. In any case, you know what? No, we'll leave Sir Parman in charge. Actually, you know, I'm tempted to put Prince Ormond in charge. Why not? He's 24 years of age. He's old enough to take charge of the army here. We'll have him lead the siege. Marsh King Eben of the Starks of the Marshes is upset with us. Strong Song going in for the allies there again. Preston. Oh, he's a loving child. You're a good son, Preston. You are. We've gained some additional taxes as well, which is good. The army of Strong Song is retreating. We're going to get this siege done pretty quick. Are they going to retreat all the way here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, what's going on here? Great pox. Yikes. I don't know. I don't know if I care. We're going to get this siege done. And, oh, look at that. Already 86% in the war. Yeah, Strong Song. You know what? He had the advantage. I will say, he had the advantage when we weren't at war. He could have, you know, tried to keep good relations with us. Maybe he did with that gift, but the bribe wouldn't work. And then when that wouldn't work, he got a little too upset and decided that he was going to offend us. He was going to throw our efforts at diplomacy back in our face. And that backfired on him because now he has to deal with the powerful army of King Daemon of the Mountain River and Vale and our just and righteous cause that we are spearheading here. Mouse Hunter hops up on the table, purring contentedly. He butts his head into my hand happily. Valessa, meanwhile, purses her lips in disapproval. Perhaps we can have the animal removed, my lord. We have much business of import to discuss. Oh, come now. He has no trouble. He can stay. Yeah, Valessa. You Ralorian. You don't like my cat? No, I think that my cat can stay. You are my spy master, not my lord. So the cat can stay, Valessa. Ah, look at that. We won the war. Yeah, Strong Song saw that their castle was encircled, their army was defeated. They had no choice. So be it. Yeah, well. Oh, come on. King Daemon, we have had our differences in the past, but don't you agree it's time to let bygones be bygones? My rival, King Jandon, gestures from me to him. Whatever is between us, let us start anew. This is so perfect. Sometimes, you know what, sometimes the game does not really work out that well in terms of just like the way the janky mechanics sometimes play out, but sometimes the events are just perfect. And King Jandon coming to us, trying to let bygones be bygones after he led that war, spurned our attempts at diplomacy, lost, and now he's coming to us, crawling on his knees, saying, "You're groveling before me." And look at that. That's literally what it says here. You're groveling before me. The 7 who are one are good. We are compassionate, but we are just. And King Jandon, you are not a good man. You are not the man we thought you were. And you are not a faithful follower of the faith of the 7. I don't think that we can accept your I don't think that they're in earnest. I think that they are the attempts of a weak and evil man to try to sway us back into our favor, and we will not allow that. The woods have always been a valuable training ground. Everyone knows that any gallant knight is always on the lookout for new adventures. A malevolent tyrant, a secret trial, an innocent in need. I hadn't explored this part of the forest before. Perhaps that's what makes the sudden ruins seem like a test of valor. The church has been abandoned for decades by the looks of it. Spiderwebs have replaced the glass on the windows. Broken trunks are now on the benches. Some birds fly away when I approach the rotten door. There are few things as tempting as an unexplored sept. I think that we're going to go in. I think we're going to go and check this out. We are a pious man. Let us look and explore this place. Oh boy, look at that. It's not great, but it's still cool. A tree has grown just behind the altar. Its crown has replaced the fallen parts of the roof. Next to it, there's a wooden chest that someone's been using recently, judging by the lack of dust or mold. Inside, a small treasure. I shall cherish this sacred gift, the sword of holy devotion. It's almost as if it was, the seven put it here. The smith himself put this sword here for us to defend our lands. This is a sign that we are on the right path, the holy path. That is quite cool, actually. We're going to exchange that, even though our dagger is, actually kind of better. We're still going to switch over to the sword here because this is the sword of holy devotion. Obviously, we're going to wield that in our just and righteous cause. And Lord Royce is having a grand tournament. I don't think we're going to go. But I'm curious as to what you guys think we should do next. Do we go and lay some punishment upon King Jan? Well, we can't because we've still got the alliance. So we can't actually go against him. But, I mean, the alliance with Strong Song is, it's tenuous at best. We have a peace treaty, but I wouldn't call this much of an alliance at all. So, yeah. Curious what you guys think we should do with Strong Song. I'm sure there's going to be some comments about, how we played this episode out. But I think that we did the right thing for our character, who is a diplomat, who would try to seek peace between his friends, and then, when spurned by another, would do the right thing and join his other friend in defending his land. So I think we played that off pretty well, and I'm curious what you think we should do next. But we shall take a look at that in the next episode. So until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.